Hello, this is Julian with Coffee Reviews, and this will be my third blind taste test video. Now, what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be comparing my two favorite coffee roasters in the world, Sweet Bloom and Onyx, and I'm just going to give a little quick rundown and background on how these work. So I have 6 cups of coffee right here. They're labeled on the bottom. I don't know exactly what they are. They were all brewed the same, and they're these 6 bags of coffee over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to taste them. I'm going to try to distinguish and determine which one of these coffees belongs to which one of the bags. And I'm going to rank them from over here best to over here worst. Now, since they're my two favorite coffee roasters, and these are amazing coffee roasters, none of these coffees should be bad per se. But this will kind of give me an idea on how they compare standing right next to each other. I think this is actually a very interesting video considering, these two coffee roasters are so well known, so prominent, so notable, that it's just going to be so interesting to see how they stack up against each other. But let me go ahead and talk about the coffees real quick. So the Sweet Blooms I have 2 Mexicos. I have this Las Cotorras, it's a washed Mexico, and I have this Macario Garcia, which is a washed Mexico as well. All these coffees are washed Central and South American coffees, so this is going to be my toughest blind taste test to date, considering they should be pretty similar coffees. This one right here is the Guadalupe Herrera. It's a washed Nicaragua. And then the 3 coffees I have from Onyx are a Las Vargas Colombia, washed Colombia, a Ecuador Hernan Zuniga, it's a washed Ecuador, and then Guatemala Finca Insul, which is a washed Guatemala. So I haven't had a cup of coffee yet, and let me go ahead and start sorting these out, so that way there's no cheating involved. And we'll mix this around a little bit more here. Again, I think the 2 main things I'm trying to figure out here is, since I bought these Mexicos, I wanted to see if the Mexicos can stand up to more known, more prominent coffee countries like Colombia, Guatemala, Nicaragua even. And I also, this Ecuador is brand new. Still, I want to see, if I'm blind, if I can determine which one of these, if there's like a standout from these 2 coffee roasters. And we'll just mix around a couple more here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right. And one more. We're going to start with the cup of coffee nearest to me. This one right here. And it's worth noting that I haven't had any of these Onyxes yet, so I am not familiar with any of those. I should be fairly familiar with these Sweet Blooms. I've tried them a couple of times. Right off the bat, I think this one's a Sweet Bloom coffee, mostly because it's pretty sweet, as standard as that is, but we'll put that one right there for right now. Alright, this one right here, it's got a bit more, darker fleshy fruits on this one. This one doesn't taste familiar. I'm not sure. I think this is probably one of those Onyxes. I don't think I've had this coffee before. Yeah, I have some guesses, but for right now, like I said, a lot of darker fleshy fruits. I'm gonna put that. I like this one right here better so far. Should probably need to turn my pot a little bit. Definitely huge noticeable and distinct differences between those 2 coffees at the very least. I have a feeling that this one's also one of the Onyx coffees. It's a little bit more, this one's got a little bit more nuttiness to it though. I think this one so far has still been my least favorite, and I'm going to put this one right here. That's what we have so far. I don't know what any of those are. Keep going. Actually, go this way. Oh wow. Okay, this one's actually surprising. This one's very forward. There's nothing that's too berry on this list, but berry and a bit of honey. I'm actually kind of surprised by this one. I think I know what this one is actually. I'm gonna put this one, I actually like this one a lot more than I think I've liked it in the past. I'm gonna put that one right there for right now. I'm gonna take a guess on this one. I think that it's the Macario Garcia by Sweet Bloom. I think that one might be the Guadalupe Herrera from Sweet Bloom, but I'm not entirely positive. Alright, keep going. I'm getting kind of stumped at this point. I guess for whatever this coffee is, I like it better than whatever this coffee is. So I'm gonna put that one right there for right now. I don't have too many thoughts on this coffee. It's pretty straightforward, I think. A lot of chocolatiness to it. I'm starting to wonder if maybe that might be the Las Cotorras. Okay, I have not had this coffee before. Whatever this is, though, this is actually really, really lovely. There's some amazing fruits to this. I'm actually getting some really nice pineapple. This is actually such a spectacular cup of coffee. This one will jump straight to the top. I think this is a clear winner for me for whatever it is, but I think now I need to start making some guesses, though. That's very bright and very fruity. Wow, okay. Anyway, this right here, definitely my favorite, but let's start tracking back and seeing if I can guess. I said that I originally thought that this one might be the Guadalupe Herrera. And now I really can't tell. I've had too much coffee to kind of really distinguish too much between them. I think I'm just gonna risk it and go with the Guadalupe Herrera. Definitely by far my most difficult blind taste test so far. And then I think I thought that this one might have been the other Sweet Bloom. I think that this is the Las Cotorras. I think it is. I'm not positive. I think the only coffee I'm kind of positive on is this one so far. Let me take a look at what we have for these. This one's got some decent fruit to it as well. So deep and subtle though. Okay, I really need to start making some guesses here, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to guess that this is the Colombia Luis Vargas. It's got some, I'm getting some pineapple from it. None of these really have any sort of pineapple flavor notes to it, but I feel like that's going to be the most fitting to it. I'm gonna guess that this is the Guatemala, and this one, like I said, it's kind of a little neutral, maybe getting a tiny bit of some maple from it, but that's the way I'm gonna put it right now. I might take one more quick run through, kind of discuss the coffees, maybe some thoughts. Okay, start with this one. It's just a tiny bit darker, roastier than the rest. I think maybe that Guatemala might be a little bit more, it's not roasty by any means, but it definitely isn't overly light like the rest of them. I think Sweet Bloom maybe has this kind of more specific flavor profile, like they come off as a lot more sweet, whereas a little bit more sugary to me. That's why I think that one might be there. I think this is Onyx because I think it has some maple to it. So that's the only reason why I'm getting some maple in this taste, so that's what I'm sticking with that. This one right here has familiarity to it, so I think that's why I'm putting it as that Guadalupe Herrera. Definitely some strong blackberry fruit in that, and then, like I said, there's just some deep pineapple. Beautiful cup of coffee. All right. I'm nervous because I don't think I got, maybe I got one or two right, but I guess we'll find out here. So let's start with this one right here. I said it was the Onyx Guatemala Finca Insul, so it should say OFI. Oh, perfect, OFI. So I got my first one right. That's a good start. I'm not confident on this one. I said the Sweet Bloom. I think that one's the Las Cotorras, so it should say SBLC. SBLC. And so far 2 for 2. Really happy. All right, this is going really well. This one I said the Onyx Ecuador Hernan Zuniga. So Onyx. HZ, OHZ. I think it's this way. So 3 for 3 so far. I'm really surprised. Okay, I think maybe I have this now. The Guadalupe Herrera from Sweet Bloom, so SBGH. SBGH, yeah. 4 for 4, and now I'm confident. I got 6 for 6. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I was kind of hoping I would at least get you know, a couple of these switched around because I've been perfect so far, and it's actually really surprising that here we continue to be perfect. But yeah, SBMC, Sweet Bloom, Macario Garcia, which meant that this Luis Vargas from Onyx, OLV, is my standout winner, and that's great considering I've never tried this coffee before, but some very lively, passionate, like amazing fruits that are coming from that cup of coffee right there. I'm gonna highlight some things that I really liked about cups of coffee here, because again, all of these are spectacular coffees. Or maybe not, like these are all great coffees, and I think the only thing I can kind of determine is it depends on maybe a preference, maybe what's actually really good at the time, because as you can see, there's not a whole lot differentiating Sweet Bloom from Onyx. You have 2 of the top 3 are Sweet Bloom, but you have second least favorite right here is a Sweet Bloom, and you have Onyx as my absolute favorite, but at the same time it's my least favorite, so there's so little to differentiate between these two. Even the Mexicos, you had one that was standing a lot higher and then one that was a little lower on this. So I think the only thing I really learned here is Onyx and Sweet Bloom really are kind of fighting for that top spot as the best coffee roaster in the world for me. And those two Mexicos, they can't compete. They're nearly as good, or they're just as good as anything else on this board. But that Luis Vargas, I'm going to put that in actually highly suggested. This thing's amazing. Really surprised at how amazing this one is. But if you liked this video, then please give it a like, comment, subscribe if you have any thoughts, if there's anything else you think I should do. But again, really happy I got 6 out of 6. So wanted to give a shout out to a couple new subscribers I have as well. So my channel has gotten a little bigger, and I really appreciate that from everybody that's watching. So again, this has been a blind taste test featuring Sweet Bloom and Onyx. Thank you for watching.